channel, Racing Adventures. Today we're back at Mansell. Unfortunately last weekend's footage didn't really go too well, but luckily today we have got testing today, and then we've got the first round of the club championship tomorrow. Be actually my first race event that I'll be carrying out with a Motorsport UK licence. Carried out my ARCS test at Clay a few weeks ago. But yeah, I'll take you along, see what I can do. So obviously today I'll be able to get a lot of on-track footage if I can with my GoPro, depending on how long my battery lasts. But tomorrow, due to the rules, I don't think you're actually allowed to have a GoPro mounted to your kart, but we'll see what I can do. But I'll take you around today. Hopefully I'll be quicker than I was last weekend, but obviously tomorrow, due to being on novice plates and having a novice licence at the minute, I'm going to have to start from the back, because the grid here is massive. It's 56 entries in senior Rotax, which is, I've never been on a grid that big, even in pro karts. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I'll do quite well. Cheers. So it's been a couple of days since the race weekend at Mansell, round one of the club champs. Just thought I'd do an update of how it went. Saturday went alright, did a bit of testing and setup changes, etc, trying to get used to the track because it's only the actual second time I've ever been there. I wanted to go a bit faster and that, and I did from the previous weekend, but it just takes seat time. I'd say Mansell's one of the hardest tracks to get real fast at that I've ever been to. And I've been to a few now with some of the Pro Kart stuff and IKR stuff that I've done around the country. So yeah, it took Saturday as it comes. I hope you enjoyed the footage that I got. I tried to do some like track maps and stuff like that with the GoPro, but for some reason it wasn't working. The GPS messed up on the GoPro. But yeah, Saturday went okay, and then Sunday rolled around, and obviously this was the first event I've had whilst using a Motorsport UK licence. It went okay, I'd say. Started off manic because the grid was just huge, and trying to get down to the 3-lap practice was crazy. Nearly missed it. And then went out for the first heat, started right back. I think it was like 30th or something, and just tried to drive as clean as possible. Still learning the track, as you say. The starts were just awful, I'd say. Because starting right at the back, the concertina effect of the leaders accelerating, slowing down, it just caused huge gaps to occur. People misfiring off the starts and stuff like that, so everyone ended up bunching up behind people, and due to the level of the quality of the field just got strung up real far, and it was amazing and mad how the quality of the field was just crazy. Some of the boys there at the top were just so fast. You're never going to get to that sort of level, especially when you're in massive teams, and obviously I'm running by myself. And I think there was a maximum of about 4 people, including myself, that weren't on an OTK chassis. It was all Tony Kart, Alonso, etc. But yeah, first heat went okay. Just went round nice and easy. Made sure nothing crazy happened, people were getting taken out, spinning out, etc. So I moved up a few places. Then heat 2, obviously started at the back. Went okay, it's pretty much the same as heat 1. Finished near the back, but obviously it's hard when you're starting from the back anyway. But throughout the day, we're struggling massively with setup changes and changing for the conditions and stuff like that, which I'm still struggling with because I'm still new to all this setup game. I normally just turn up, get the car out the van and have a go like, but you need to, when you want to re-race in these fast boys, you need to change everything, like from tyre pressures, caster, rear end, stiffness, etc. And I'm still learning how to do that. Then heat 3 came along. That went okay, ended up being like a 6-kart train. Everyone was so similar paced, it's so hard to overtake when it's so similar placed, and obviously I'm still just trying to make the final, just make sure I don't break anything before the final, let's say. So I was just cruising along, following the train, and then the B final came along. Had a great start, made up a few places. My side of the grid made a great start. Yeah, a few places off the start. Following behind someone, and unfortunately, going down to the first corner, someone decided to not brake or just locked up the rear brakes, trying to go up the inside, clipped my back wheel, went over my shoulder and landed on top of me basically. Bent my steering wheel. I put pictures up of what the kart looked like afterwards. Ripped the nacelle panel off, damaged the kart. Luckily no real big structural damage. Landed straight on my wrist and my hands all bruised, my wrist was a bit sore, but it's one of those things. I'm sure it didn't mean to happen, but it's just a shame when you spent money and put time into trying to reach the final and do some good racing, and it felt like the kart from the couple of laps I did. The kart felt good. I started to get the setup underneath me with the changing conditions, but it's one of those things. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this sort of video. I'm quite enjoying putting these videos together, because I don't see many people in the UK actually doing this, and I think it's quite good to watch someone's race weekend and how it gets on. Next video that hopefully will be out soon, once it's filmed and I've been there, let's say, will be NKC. I'm going to be mechanicking for one of my mates, Reese, who's racing in NKC in the 177 category. It's going to be a great weekend up in Wiltwood Mill, and I'll take you along, trying to get as much footage as possible, as you say. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.